Welcome to the American home base of Pur Sang, Argentina, a company you've probably never heard of, and for good reason. Pur Sang means pure blood, and in a minute you're about to discover why that is. See, Pur Sang builds the fastest, most advanced cars in the world if you live in 1930. Using as many of the original drawings, blueprints, manufacturing methods, and engineering designs as possible, Pur Sang will build you a brand new pre-war Grand Prix car which will, in every conceivable way, look, feel, smell, and operate exactly like the original cars, whose worth has now crossed the 8-figure mark. Let's say you're a Jay Leno level collector and you've got your $10 million Bugatti. It's brilliant, it's collectible, but it is too historically significant to drive around and risk on the public road. That's when you call Pur Sang. Meet John Bothwell, Pur Sang's commercial director. This man is the boss of bosses. John is like a guy out of the 1930s, cigar-smoking, double-clutching badass who I have personally witnessed slide a Pur Sang Type 35 through an off-ramp at more than 100 miles an hour. And today he's not just letting me sample a recreation of Enzo Ferrari's famous Alfa 8C Grand Prix car, but the gem of his personal collection, a period-modified, unrestored Ford Model T purchased new by John's great-uncle in 1923.
This Model T was built in 1923, and my great uncle Lindley Bothwell bought it new at the Ford dealership in downtown LA and drove the hell out of it. And because of that, he did a lot of period modifications on it. Put outside brakes on it, higher compression head with exposed valves. He put a water pump on the engine, which turns out is a big deal. And he basically turned a really inexpensive car into something that could go fast enough to be, you know, in the league of a pricier car of the era. It's never been restored, it's been kept running, but it's never been taken fully apart. All the wood in the interior is factory, 23 original. It's got a lot of battle scars on it, but I think that's what makes it cool, because it tells a story. You know, I think the Model T created the hot rod culture in this country, because you had a car that, you know, was so basic it was almost not usable. You had a car that out of the factory was a few $100s when a real car like a Mercer or a Packard was in the thousands. So I mean, this made the car accessible to everybody. But once you had it, you wanted to be able to play with the guys who had Mercers and Packards. And so what you did is, you know, you went to any of these aftermarket parts companies, of which there were many, because, you know, Henry Ford was so stubborn he would never change anything on his cars. But what happens is that if you do one modification on these, you end up kind of chasing your tail, and you've got to do everything to complete the loop. You know, but you have a high compression head that's putting out double the horsepower. Now you have more heat, so now you have to cool that. Well, now you're going faster, so you need to stop, so you got to put brakes on it. Well, now you have more torque, so you can get away with having longer legs on it, so you add another gear to it. And you end up doing all these things, and by the end of it, you've spent, you know, maybe the same amount that the car cost, but you're still only in it $600, and you've got something that can play with Mercers.
The Model T is one of the most difficult vehicles I've ever driven. You truly have to unlearn and relearn everything about operating a car. It's not even a car really, it's more like a tractor, though John does maintain his position that it is better than the alternative of the day, a horse.
How do we get ready to drive?
Okay, we got to oil the valve train.
Okay.
It's pretty easy, just open the hood, get your oil can, and we're gonna...
In the little holes there?
In the little hole, do some there.
Just kind of everywhere?
Yeah, you could, you know.
How often do you have to do this?
Before every time you drive it.
Every time you drive it.
Close our
radiator, water check maybe?
Yeah, why don't you take the top off the radiator, see if there's anything in there?
Yeah, it's about 2 inches
perfect.
Down from the top.
If you can see it, it's great.
Yeah, I can see.
Good.
Cool. All right, we have coolant. Excellent.
Coolant.
Now
and then, we're gonna check the lower end oil, so we gotta go down here for that.
How do you know how much oil? If it's
Well,
there, you're good?
It came out, so it's enough.
This is gonna be sweet.
So we're ready to go.
Okay, let's drive it. Awesome. Yeah. All right, so brake on the right.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm ready to drive.
Okay,
so what do I do?
Turn key to the left.
So battery.
Yeah,
Battery's on.
So your handbrake's back.
Handbrake is back.
So
foot is on
throw
brake.
your spark up.
Spark is up to retard the timing.
All the way up to retard.
All the way up.
Button on the floor. That's your starter. So hit that.
Okay. Start.
And then as soon as it starts, you're gonna throw that lever down. Down. All the way down.
Hey.
There you go.
We're running.
Right about there.
Oh, right there.
Now play around with that. That's your gas.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm accelerating a Model T.
All the way down. Now give it some gas. There you go.
How do I stop? Brake and then what?
You let your left pedal up to neutral. Just to neutral. Left pedal, neutral. And brake pedal.
All right, let me try it again. Brake and neutral. All right. Okay, that's how you come to a stop. Okay, how do I, now I can go to first gear now, or no?
No, you don't want to ever go back to first.
Don't ever go to first
just
gear,
coast
okay.
here and we'll turn right here.
All right, this is hard, dude. All right, this is an entirely new kind of challenge.
Yeah, this is not an automobile.
This is a tractor, or you know, a something, but it's not a car. That's for damn sure. Okay,
We got a stop sign
idle,
coming up.
neutral, brake,
pedal.
brake. Okay. All right, now the key is to put all this information together into something called driving. Okay. Okay, we're coming to a stop sign. I'm easing off throttle.
Kick it all the way up.
All the way up.
There you go.
Neutral, brake.
Neutral, and just let it coast.
I'll tell you what's nice about this. Other cars see you and are like, I'm not gonna. I'll just sit here. That'll be
You're
fine.
like radioactive.
Yeah. This car is the weirdest form of driving I have ever done in my life.
Really?
Yes, this is very bizarre.
That's cool.
Now, can we see what Formula One technology was like in the 30s?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
This, on the other hand, is no tractor. The Alfa Romeo 8C 2300 Monza. Powered by a 2.3-liter supercharged straight-8 engine, the success and failures of cars like the Monza is what caused Enzo Ferrari to take his Scuderia Shields and put them on his own cars. An original Monza is a priceless piece of automotive history and would rarely, if ever, come up for auction. If you could get one, it would be in the tens of millions of dollars. Pur Sang would be happy to sell you this one for the totally reasonable price of $450,000. It would take a nerd of epic proportions to spot differences from the original, but the question remains, how does it drive?
Here we go. We're driving. All right, double clutch first to second. Oh man, okay. Scary as hell. It's great. Look at the fourth. Wow, I can't get my leg in the way. My leg's in the way in fourth. This is a nasty bitch of a car, man. And the sound is just incredible.
Like a guy that was in a bar fight.
Oh my God, yeah. Straight cut gears, so double clutching on the way up is absolutely necessary. I've been instructed just to not downshift.
It's better to avoid that for today.
A little gas, a little gas. Ah, sorry. You're just avoiding death everywhere. It's avoiding death. That's all you're doing. And shift and don't die, and clutch and don't die, and the pedals on the wrong side and don't die. So much focus required. Every little thing, you know? But compared to the Model T, this is like a spaceship, probably.
Yeah. Oh, God. Apples and oranges.
You can't believe these are being done at the same time. It's torquey. What am I at? 2,000 RPM. It's got good shove to it. How much boost do you think this thing is making?
About 10 pounds.
Is it that much? Wow. 10 pounds. Now my feet are getting really hot through my socks.
is important that I tell you these cars are not replicas. A replica is a car designed to look like the original at a glance. It is designed to feel like the original, kind of. It's inexact, uses a different driveline. From step 1 to turning the key, it is different from the original except how it looks. These are built using the same methods, materials, designs, successes, and flaws as the original cars worth tens of millions today. These cars are not replicas. They are perfect. So perfect that you could race them at the Monterey Historics. So perfect that they could win concourses judged as authentic. They are brilliant and they are Pur Sang. And that Model T? Coming soon, we're going to see what happens when John decides to join the Smoking Tire crew on a 1,200-mile off-road adventure across Utah behind the wheel of that Model T.